Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming from Legendaries City where the Flare are hosting the Mahogany Explorers, and as we have a look at this tale of the tape, the last time these two sides met, they were heading in completely different directions because the Flare were undefeated and the Explorers were yet to win a game, and that went down to the wire, whereas now the Explorers have won their last three and are in second place, whereas the Flare have lost their last three and are in ninth. But with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the Fire types? Will it be the Ice types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
And it is going to be that Terrestrial Draftee Slithering joined by Cerulege going up against Mamoswine and Sir Titan to start out this matchup. Both these sides have a lot riding on this as we have just over 2 rounds left, as this is our last game of the 17th round. Cerulege, though, with that speed control, immediately starts out with the Dragon Breath onto Mamoswine, gets in some okay damage, but it gets that crucial paralysis that is going to slow the Park Ground type down, as well as potentially making it unable to move, and the Leech Seed follow-up from Slithering onto Sir Titan, planting those seeds around the Ice type, who does respond with the Avalanche onto Cerulege. That will be resisted, but still gets in some okay damage, activating that weak armor ability, lowering the defense of Cerulege, but giving it that speed boost. But it's already the quickest Pokemon on the field. As Mamoswine has been paralyzed, it is unable to move due to that paralysis, which is great for the Flare as that Leech Seed begins to take effect on Sir Titan, and Cerulege going to follow it up with the Electro Web. This will not work on Mamoswine, and that Park Ground typing coming into play gets in some okay damage, but lowers that speed of Sir Titan. As Slithering follows it up with the Judgment, they are focusing in on to Sir Titan at the moment, getting that critical hit for some great damage as Sir Titan responds with the Swift. This will not work on Cerulege, being immune to normal type moves, but gets in very little damage onto Slithering as Mamoswine is unable to move again due to that paralysis, and that Leech Seed still chipping away at the health of Sir Titan, now putting it into knockout range. And there is that health being restored for Slithering, getting back to full strength as Cerulege with the Psycho Cut shifting its attention to Mamoswine. Slithering follows it up with the Water Gun, super effective. Now Mamoswine is in knockout range, as well as Sir Titan is going to go for the Baton Pass. It has had enough. It is going to go back to the bench to try and regroup, as out in its place comes Beartic onto the field. Again, Mamoswine cannot move due to the paralysis. What is going on? As now Beartic has to contend with that Leech Seed, sapping its health, and Cerulege, looking to capitalize, is going to go for the Gunk Shot onto Mamoswine, getting the first elimination of this matchup. But this is not the start that the Explorers needed. They want to get back on top of the leaderboard, but it's the Sacred Fire follow-up from Slithering. This will be super effective, and Beartic is taken out of this game, completely shut out. It did not get to do anything. We know Sir Titan's coming back out on the field, but it will be Cloyster coming out as well for the Mahogany Explorers with that part water typing. Cerulege, though, with the gravity, that gravity will intensify. We'll see if anybody goes for a Hypnosis. But Slithering is going to lay the smackdown on Sir Titan with that super effective move, getting another elimination. That is already 3 Pokemon down for the Mahogany Explorers. The Steel Wing in response by Cloyster is not very effective there onto Slithering, but it does get the defense boost, and it already has a massive defense of 180 as out comes Sneasler with that pressure ability, exerting it over the Flare. The Explorers sending out their own Terrestrial Draftee, although they might be feeling the pressure at the moment. They've already had 3 Pokemon eliminated. What is going on? This is not the Explorers we've been seeing all season, but this is the best we may have seen the Legendaries Flare play so far, as Cerulege with the Blue Flare. It is a one-hit wonder. That super effective move has just taken Sneasler out of this matchup. Are we about to see our first clean sweep in the PTL as a Dragon Breath follow-up now from Slithering, and now Cloyster is left with the paralysis. The Flare can do no wrong today in Legendaries City as Cloyster is able to shake off that paralysis. It goes for the Thrash, but it goes for Cerulege, who is immune. And the last Pokemon for the Explorers is Lapras. They've got 2 water Pokemon. They need to capitalize on that as the Rock Tomb from Cerulege, super effective, but doesn't actually do a great deal of damage onto Cloyster, but does lower that speed. And Slithering is going to follow it up with the Ice Fang. This will be resisted by Lapras, doing very, very little damage, allowing Lapras to respond with the Simple Beam. They're going to get that weak armor ability off of Cerulege and give it the simple ability instead. And Cloyster once again shakes off that paralysis to set up for the Phantom Force. It is going to vanish instantly. We'll see if it goes for Cerulege, as the Horn Drill from Cerulege is going to be avoided by Cloyster. Slitherwing needs to focus in onto Lapras. It goes for the Absorb, but is also going for Cloyster. This is great for the Explorers. This is the break they needed as Lapras with the Gyro Ball onto Slitherwing. Not very effective, doing very, very little damage. But the Phantom Force follow-up eliminates Ceruledge. Cloyster with that super effective move. It will not be a clean sweep. That is what the Explorers needed, as now out comes Typhlosion in its Jotonian form, and immediately it is going to set up the spikes on the side of the Explorers, but they are completely irrelevant. All the Pokemon from the Explorers have either been eliminated or are out on the field, as Slitherwing is going to go for the Discharge. This will be super effective, and Cloyster is eliminated from this matchup, and now Lapras is left with the Paralysis. Typhlosion takes a little bit of damage in the process, but it looks like it is able to avoid the Paralysis, as Lapras is going to go with the Mist. So the Explorers, or just Lapras, is going to become shrouded in that mist, and gravity finally does return to normal, as Typhlosion is going to go for the Psy Shield Bash, going on the offensive, getting some good chip damage there onto Lapras, boosting its own defense in the process, as Slitherwing is going to follow up with the Parting Shot, but that mist is going to protect Lapras, so that will fail, allowing Lapras to go for the Mean Look onto Typhlosion here. It is all by itself. It has 5 Fire types to contend with. It needs to ride that Surf a lot, as the Electro Web from Typhlosion puts Lapras into knockout range with that super effective move, and Slitherwing follows it up with the Tail Whip, not going for the easy elimination. That Mist still protecting Lapras, but it's unable to move due to the Paralysis. And Typhlosion, looking to capitalize, goes for the Shadow Sneak, and Lapras is able to hold on by a little bit, but the Meteor Mash from Slitherwing finishes it off. And what happened today here in Lava City? The Flare absolutely melted the Explorers away. This is not what the Explorers needed this close to Victory Road, but it is exactly what the Lava Ridge Flare needed, moving them up into 5th place, keeping them in striking range of the Elite Four, as next round they are going up against the Viridian Magma. And although the Explorers do stay in 2nd, this is not what they want this late in the season, as next round they will be facing the Eternid Devons in our holiday matchup. But until then, Nidorinos, let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field after that. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome. I'll see you when you see me.